this truth and stay with it. We are royalty, they don't get it now. I'ma keep singing, stop sinning till you get it. Stop sinning, stop sinning. It's your last chance, get it right. Stop sinning, stop sinning. Say your life.
Look, when I'm bomb strapped and that sky falls, the heathen will run. They coming for fun. You steadily playing with God's laws. So what you gonna do now? We ain't promised tomorrow. You're deep in the world, you turning it up, blowing your dro and drinking it up. Well, taught you sin and you think it's hot. Truth is, it's really not. Pants on like a thought, always showing your body like a funeral plot. Consumed with lust, filled with pride, chasing skirts, feeding lies, sinful thoughts, lingering eyes, caught up in sin to your demise. Bible gives me milk and I'm drinking up. Got no time for that wicked stuff. Captivity is killing, I had enough. If you love the Lord, need to listen up. In the context, it's not complex, but you lacking that wisdom and easily vexed. Spirit destroyed and filled with distress, losing a battle while chasing your checks. Time is now, so gon' get with it. Ain't no salvation without repentance. Let go of that life that you've been living. Stick to these laws and please stop sinning. Pastor gave you lies and I gave you truth. Coming back for a chosen few. See what this word will do for you, my sisters and my brothers too.
Stop sinning, stop sinning.
Come to this truth.
It's your last chance.
It's your last
Get
chance.
it right. Stop sinning. Say your life.
Stop sinning.
We pulling it up right now.
Yeah, here we go. Turn me up in my headphones. Yeah, look.
You are now flying.
Look. They don't want the smoke, now they don't want the smoke. They don't want the smoke, now they don't want the smoke. They don't want the smoke, now they don't want the smoke. Been about the power, you can call me Ghost. I've been in a maze for 7 days. Esau running plays, I left the stage. He ain't got no answers, they killed the Panthers. None of the prophets back and we ain't taking ransom. My leaders fight for vengeance, they gon' marvel when my cap come. And if he got 2 readers, it's just like he busting 2 guns. Y'all falling out for suckers, and that's why y'all look like dum-dums. And if you speak in Hebrew, then just know we finna quam. We Debo, teach your black like Nino. This sheep been lost, we finna fish, I guess we findin' Negro. Y'all be faker than placebos, throwing shots like Tebow. And if we ever take a shot, just know that it's a free throw, it's a free throw. They don't want no smoke, nah, they don't want no smoke. They don't want the smoke, nah, they don't want the smoke. They don't want the smoke, nah, they don't want the smoke. Been about the power, you can call me Ghost. Tryna scoff with me, boy, what you thought this shit was sweet, boy? We be teaching like Messiah, give me that and Obadiah. He gon' set this place on fire, then come set up his empire. They be high, wearing wires, switching up like this survivor. I'm a soldier, Bible on my holster. I wanna build you up, but if you scoff, then I'm a forger. But I'd rather keep it kosher, like I told you, give all praises to Jehovah. Frankincense on my aroma, meditate while we take over, we take over. They don't want the smoke, nah, they don't want the smoke. They don't want no smoke, nah, they don't want no smoke. They don't want the smoke, nah, they don't want the smoke. Been about the power, you can call me Ghost. They don't want the smoke, nah, they don't want the smoke. They don't want the smoke, nah, they don't want the smoke. They don't want the smoke, nah, they don't want the smoke. Been about the power, you can. 144 Thanos, Wu snap until chains broke. Warrior mode like Django. Build a kingdom like Lego. Vanity, vanity, what was all vanity? Lord, give me power to burn out my enemies. Vanity, vanity, what was all vanity? Wisdom like Solomon, fight like the Maccabees. They don't want no smoke, nah, they don't want no smoke. They don't want the smoke, nah, they don't want the smoke. They don't want the smoke, nah, they don't want the smoke. Been about the power, you can call me Ghost.
We logging in the YouTube page right now.
Ever since I've been in my mother's womb, I've been a threat to this society. Hatred in the eyes when they smile at me, envy of my pedigree. Oh, you can try, but you can never be. Skin blacker than oil, we deep like the sand seas. Covered up the face of the judging kings. Still at the neck, fighting with the beast. And Babylon gon' burn with that fervent heat. Hot flesh dripping like wax, now that's a sight to see. We ain't them niggas that we used to be. Water steady rising as we praise the king. Patience so I keep the peace. But there's a day when we gon' break the teeth. One press, treading on those who ain't gon' bow the knee. In history gonna erase y'all. Misplaced perfection X couldn't locate y'all. In history gonna erase y'all. Misplaced perfection X couldn't locate y'all. I cut the tongue from the dragon's mouth. 7 heads come to naught is what we pray about. Prophesying against these nations, all they talk about. I'm rude boy, stump your toes, you need podiatrust. No love, no infinity. For a heathen, I tilt the crown 28 degrees. Who's watching? You watching, we watching like, who's that creeping in my window?
Me and you, we from the same stock. In our past life, we used to all kick it in the same pot. Join together, they cannot stop. In the heart of the beast, we a problem, we like a blood clot. They try to bury us to say not. They done forgot to see the Jacob. They start a war to keep us seeing nut. Them prophets back from the 3rd and 4th generation to bring salvation into a chosen nation. Get them this here and let them ride to it. Give it a minute, let them vibe to it. We in your city, this the God to it. We gon' flock to them, don't worry about how we gon' do it. Let's go! Just give them this and let them ride to it. Give it a minute, let them vibe to it. We in your city, this the God to it. We gon' flock to them, don't worry about how we gon' do it. Let's go! Yeah, my Christ dark like that XO. Caesar against the next two. Mention another idol, but may mention where I dress shoes. They don't understand cause they're not fitted for the festa. Fly in the next two. Style be so special. Them the extraterrestrial. Death to all the burials and burials. Give them something spiritual. Something they can see but they can feel it though. They done cut the Holy Ghost. Straight up the scriptures though. Yeah, they done cut the Holy Ghost. Straight up off the scriptures though. And now you know.
As a man, we're taking the kingdom with the falling of Vita. We're taking the kingdom. Sheesh! Yeah! My people going to war. We bringing out the fire. Those heathens we ignore. Cause we know that they're liars.
You're listening to In the Scripts Reloaded.
Hey, shalom, brothers, shalom, sisters. Most High in Christ bless. This Officer Lemuel. Y'all are tuned in the Scripts
Reloaded.
All praise to the Most High. So we got a full house.
That's right.
Who I got on my right?
Officer Yakub.
Who I got on my far right?
Officer Kareem.
Who I got on my far right? Far right.
Officer Lobby.
Who I got on my far right?
Officer Kashar.
Who I got on my far left?
Officer Eli.
Who I got on my far left?
Officer Jacob.
Who I got on my far left?
Officer Shamar.
All praise to the Most High.
Right.
That's right.
All right. Y'all forgive us for the technical difficulties, but we here. So all praise to the Most High. So
That's right.
We just gonna jump right in. We doing part 2 of last week's show, God Bodies, back by popular demand.
That's right.
Captain Shem, Captain Soraya was dropping just straight
praise,
gems, straight fire, cut the hell out of everybody at the table. Well,
That's
actually,
right.
half of y'all wasn't here.
Yeah, they weren't
I
here.
was at home.
They was at home checking their blood pressure.
Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah. But they caught the show. They got the message.
That's right.
And so we're going to have something for Captain Shem. We're going to make sure he know that we serious and we leading the charge and we setting leading by example.
That's
all
right.
We lead by example.
As a matter of fact, officer, I just want to, we leading by example so much that we brought in the blood pressure monitor.
That's it.
Right.
Now,
That's it. Right now ain't the best time to measure it or whatnot, right? It's the middle of the day. We've been eating, moving, doing all of this stuff. But we went out and bought blood pressure monitors so that we, as so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native American men, will know our blood pressures from now on.
That's right. All praise to the Most High. All right, now let's. Does this TV work? Why is it black?
It is black, right?
Okay.
Like the angels.
What? So eventually we'll have something on the screen. Yeah. Let's touch on that first story that you want to touch on.
Yes, sir.
I think I'm still meditating if I want to touch on this this other story that I just came across. Does this TV work?
Bring it out. Bring it out. Turn it on.
Oh, they ain't turned the TV on. All right.
Oh, okay.
All righty then. All right. Well, we'll go off the computer.
Yep. So the first story, man, I'm just going to say off top, viewers, is going to piss you off. It's going to piss you off. This is the video dealing with those little bad demons. That
monsters.
was
the little badass kids.
Yeah. Little kids that was kicking the
Look at Bart all in the camera.
Wow.
Yeah, right.
Hey, who? Brian got us up here looking like a bootleg. What's the dude doing, bro?
Like, really, boy? That's what you do?
Getting popcorn.
He said like a boo.
Bro, walking across the screen.
Bruh.
You remember the bootleg, huh? You buy it from the dude on the street. You see the whole movie, but you're going to see 12 people.
Right.
It's just a quick bathroom break.
Hey, bear with us, Israel. Bear with us.
Come on, man. The brother got headphones on. That's why he didn't know what was going on.
But we're going to deal with this video. First, we want to watch the video, and we're going to let y'all know if y'all have not seen it, hey, it's hard to watch. This is
you did all that, didn't even turn the TV on.
Wow.
Yeah, what is it that's going on?
He know Captain Shem.
I might be able to see it from up here, officer, if we got to read anything.
You can see it?
Y'all can put it up.
This TV on, but
yeah, just go ahead and put it up here, and then at least somebody be able to see it.
Right.
And as long as the people can see it, then I'm cool. Whatever.
Yeah, it's going to be a great show tonight.
That's right.
It's going to be a great
That's
show
when you know
tonight.
it's gonna be a great show.
Right.
Fire.
You got brother's whole foreheads.
Don't mind the brother.
Right.
Yeah, don't mind the brother in aisle 23 that stood up in the middle of the movie. You didn't see that. Yeah.
Come on now, dog.
All right, so can we run the video? We want to start with that first one at the top. It says, let's talk about it. I'm pissed.
So it's on the screen right now.
Long as the audience can see it, we can bring it out.
Hey, start it over again. Start it over again, if y'all don't mind. Start it over again. So what you're about to see is a group of young children that are physically abusing an elderly woman. I believe one or two of them, she's their grandmother, but on the other ones, she's their great aunt, something like that. And there's a story behind it.
Here we go.
All right, start that over again for us, please.
Bring it out.
Oh, damn. See how he kicked that woman?
Yeah, one day on kick. Here, come up here. No, stop. I got a new cousin. Stop. One day on kick. That's all it takes.
And it's a grown-up that's filming this.
That's who the one in the middle is.
Hey, she threw him in there. I'm
gonna say, Grandma got hands, don't she?
Hey, she threw him in that Ted DiBiase headlock.
Choke him out.
Yeah, she was choking him out.
Take 3 people now. Y'all stand up. Come on, Jenny. Jenny.
If you know older people, they
pause
it. They grip on.
Hey, y'all pause it. Come on.
What you said, officer?
No.
I said, older people, they real strong. Mm-hmm. You let they get a hold of you. They grip. They call it that old man or that old woman grip, man. I'm telling you.
All right.
So they had the jump granny, right?
That's true to them. My papa like 70. He be in the backyard pulling them down weights up.
Damn.
Yeah.
So this brother right here in the middle, this is the one that was videotaping. Wow. I assume. I'm asking this that question.
Now, it's unclear as to which one of those was the one that was videotaped.
But it was a woman because you could hear a woman's voice.
Okay.
Right.
Man,
this is criminal right here. Go ahead, play it.
Go ahead.
Yeah, it's criminal.
Yo, Jenny, come on. Get up there. Jenny, come on. Move.
And you see, it's like 3 or 4 kids.
Shut that down.
Now look, she pause it, y'all. Pause it, man. Pause it. What's going on with AV, man? Pause it.
You know you can't pause no bootleg movie.
Man, bro, it's like what? Pause.
Come on, man.
Hey, go back just a second, maybe 2. I want you to see what's on the floor.
Brother said, pause it.
Pause it.
Hey, man. You definitely in Texas, boy. When they say
for
pause
real,
it.
for real. Hey, so look on the floor. This is a cast iron skillet. The woman that's filming in the video is the one that ran in the kitchen and pulled it out of the cabinet, and you hear her telling the kid, take it back another couple of seconds, let it play.
Yeah, really, there's nothing funny about this, man. This is real sick.
Watch this.
Shut that down.
She said, get the pot. Look at that.
She's telling the little girl to get the pot to hit the older lady.
Now the little girl walked by. The little girl didn't want to hit her.
Right.
Uh-huh.
But watch who comes back though.
Go ahead, play it. Wow, this is insane.
Get Danny. Get Danny. Get Danny off.
Look at that.
Hit me with that pot over my foot.
That's another adult. Pause it right there. Now there's another adult that walks into the shot.
Right.
Wow. So that means there's adults in the house watching these kids doing what they're doing to this elderly woman.
This is insane.
Bruh.
Now, hey, pull the picture back up, baby. Now look at the mug shots on their faces. Look at their faces in the mug shots. You could tell they didn't give a damn about what they did. Right. I would doubt if this was the first time that they did that.
From what I understand, it wasn't.
You can only imagine what they got going on outside of this one video right here.
Right.
By the looks on their faces, they don't give a damn that they got caught, that they got arrested, or if she got injured.
Hey, rewind it to the very front. I want to show you how hard this monster kicked this older woman in the stomach. Look how old she is. Look at that.
Wow.
Come on, man.
Hey, hold on. No, look. In the freeze frame. She wasn't trying to fight. She got her hands up.
Crazy.
That's a big But then you got black people want to march and say, hands up, don't shoot.
Right. That's a little monster right there.
Yeah.
So it begs the question, for every action there's a reaction. What could these people have done? What could that woman have done to those little kids to stimulate that type of response?
Well, in the video, so started from the beginning. You're gonna hear him say something. He kind of says why, but it still doesn't justify it, right?
Yeah, no.
All right, let it play.
Damn.
Wow.
Hey, look, shoes on him fit his feet.
Listen.
One day on kick. That's all it takes. Oh, they all coming in. Get them chairs off me. No. Y'all, come on. Come on.
She's begging them to get the kids off of her. Get them kids off me.
So what we missed, the little boy say, why you kick my mama? So the little boy is making it sound like maybe there was a dispute between the older lady and whoever his mother is. But, that's not clear.
Yeah.
All we hear is him say that, why you kick my mama?
Right.
But still, we were taught that if something is between adults, that's between adults.
Stay out of grown folks' business.
Stay out of grown folks' business.
I waited 20 years to say that to my kids.
Right. Go sit down with the kids.
The issue is the mama in this situation is more than likely bringing up the child with letting them know like your grandmama ain't nothing. If that's his grandmama, and like your grandma, she's basically teaching the kids to hate the grandmother.
Right. Yeah. Right. Hey, let's go out of this. Let's go to the story. We've got the article on it that kind of explains some of it.
Man, hold up. I got to calm down, man. I'm on fire over here.
Man,
man I'm hot.
Why he calmed down on?
Yeah, get a script.
Oh, okay. Hey, so he said, why you hit my brother, not my mother. Why you hit my brother?
Oh, my brother? That's what he said.
Why you hit my brother? So that means the old lady is checking another one of the badass kids.
Mm-hmm.
And he thinking and he the biggest one in there.
And then the little joker gonna say, one kick. That's all it takes.
Right.
Bragging. That's all right. The most I got something for his little badass.
Most I got him.
You know what's crazy though? As I'm watching this, and as y'all said, the little boy was like, "Why you kick my brother?" You got people in the truth that will take off on you for correcting their kid for when they in the wrong.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? So
there's something right there. Bring it out.
This is what's potentially. This is the spirit that some of our people be rolling in right here, even in the truth.
Right. Little kid look like the little boy that say I be smoking with cigarettes.
I was just gonna say that he look like Terrio. That's what
Terrio. I like doing thug stuff with my friends.
That's who he look like.
Smoke
Terrio.
red cigarettes with
What
his
scripture
friends.
you got, bro?
Go to 2 Ezra 5 and 8, man.
Milton Tayshawn.
Chapter 5 and verse 8.
The book of 2nd Ezra, or
2 Ezra 5 and 8.
the book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 5 and verse 8. There shall be a confusion also in many places.
When you see situations like this is confusion.
Right.
And there is no situation that calls for that right there to go on.
Right.
Them little boys, they're going to be confused as they grow up. Imagine what they're going to teach they younger brothers and sisters and they kids when they get older.
Right.
That's confusion, a cycle of confusion. Read on.
And the fire shall be off sent out again. And the wild beasts shall change their places. And menstruous women shall bring forth monsters.
That's the point right here. These women are raising monsters. And if that's their daddy, he the damn devil too.
Yeah, he the devil.
Right. Hey, somebody online asked the question, could the grandmother have been evil towards them when they was younger?
When they was younger.
Oh, the parents?
Yeah. No. Maybe the parents. Are you talking about the parents or the children? Put it in there, sis.
My answer to that is, does that excuse that?
Not at all.
That's what I was finna say.
You know what I mean?
Give me Exodus chapter 20. You know what I want? Exodus chapter 20. Let's see if it matters if the parents were evil towards them. Exodus chapter 20 and verse number 12.
Exodus chapter 20 and verse 12. Honor thy father and thy mother.
So guess what? Your grandfather and your grandmother are supposed to have the same type of honor and respect as your mother and your father.
Right.
Why? Because they are your father and your mother. They are the progenitors of you. You wouldn't be here without them. They birthed the people that brought you into the earth. So the same respect that you're supposed to show mom and dad, you show that same reverence to the grandfather and the grandmother. It doesn't matter. Now, I'm not saying that there's not some people out here who haven't put it together that, hey, if you do me wrong, I'm going to do you wrong. But that's not even, that's not even the question, whether or not she was evil to them. Right. This that we seeing is evil. Right. Everybody got an answer for themselves.
Right. Because let's say hypothetically, let's say if the grandma was evil towards the mother. Think about this mindset. Yeah, my mama is evil, so I'm going to have kids, and me and my kids, we're going to whoop her when they get older.
That's
what kind of mindset
evil.
is that?
Right.
It's nothing that justifies
with madness, man.
Smitten with madness.
Confusion in many places.
Yes,
Hey, can I get a script real quick? Let me get a Sirach 3, verse 1, and then I want you to jump down to verse 12.
Book of Sirach, chapter 3 and verse 1. Hear me, your father, O children, and do thereafter that you may be safe.
Do thereafter that you may be safe, because if you don't do what's finna be mentioned afterwards, you will not be safe. Verse 12.
My son, help thy father.
Do what?
Help thy father.
No, kick your grandmother or your grandfather in their stomach. It's like all it takes is one kick.
Help thy father in his age.
You understand? The Bible says help thy father or thy grandmother or thy mother in their age. Come on.
And grieve him not as long as he liveth.
Because if you do, it will not be safe with you. Death is on the way. Believe that.
And I'm going to say this. We got to move on after this. The parents, the families, whatever, you lead this truth. You go out in the world. This is what your children inevitably going to end up like.
Yep. Facts.
This is how your children going to end up like. Or they going to be twerking on Instagram. Or they going to give me something else.
Sodomites.
They going to sodomites. They going to be TikTok thoughts. They going to be, what you said?
Pulling kick those.
They going to be pulling kick those. That's
banging.
That everything in the world. That's this. Crap like this. So in these last days, stay in the spirit, stay in the faith, because, yo, this is crazy.
Right.
This is crazy as hell, man.
Hey, and like Officer Shema said, he look just like Lil Terrio. I don't know what's wrong with these little fat kids, man. Right.
Damn, you said it's the
Hey,
fat.
can I-
Lord.
can I make one final point off of this.
Yeah.
In the article, we don't have to read it, but in the article, they called these children incorrigible. INCORRIGIBLE. Hey, if y'all will, if y'all listening, AV, pull that word up just real quick. Incorrigible.
Incorrigible.
INCORRIGIBLE. Incorrigible. Let's see what that word means.
In the article, wasn't that the father that said that about the kids that dropped them off with the aunts because he couldn't deal with them? You know, just dumped them in their lap.
A typical Jake situation.
And that's a deep word you're bringing out, officer. That's the word that Esau used in his correction system, in the legal justice system.
Mm-hmm.
That's what they use in terms of our children that they go to. They've got a record before they turn 18.
Mm-hmm.
That's the word that they use, incorrigible.
Yeah. So read that.
It says incorrigible of a person or their tendencies, not able to be corrected, improved, or reformed.
See that?
Damn.
Look at the similar words.
Similar words. Inveterate, habitual.
Habitual, like he was saying. In the judicial system, they call you a habitual offender, meaning it's just your natural habitat. Is what you do.
Confirmed, hardened, incurable.
Incurable.
That must say hardened. Ain't that a saying in our communities? Oh, he think he hard.
Yeah.
Or he hard.
Hard-headed.
Or hard-headed.
Hard-headed, yeah.
That's what the Lord calls us.
So I just wanted, hey, man.
Hey, hold up. One of the other ones say unrepentant.
Damn.
Where you see that?
At the bottom row. Unrepentant.
You saw how he stuck his chest out after he did that kick.
Like what?
Right.
Right.
He wasn't backing down.
Yeah. That's why a lot of Israel, most of Israel, they not gonna leave off from this crap till they die. They gonna. This is them. This is their lot. That's them.
Probably never had his butt whooped. You know.
He never had no ass whooping.
Right.
Unless it was like they was doing some WWE stuff or whatever with his brother. Other than that, as far as discipline, hell no, he don't know what discipline is.
Yeah.
Nah.
It was definitely a WWE kick too.
Yeah, it was.
All right, so now we finna switch gears all the way because what's the more laughing at?
He be watching.
So the brother said
watching
that's a WWE
He watching
right.
WWE. It made him giggle.
He
I
back
ain't
there
finna laugh
tickled,
at that. I'm not
Yeah, he
laughing
back
at
there
that.
tickled,
You
man.
don't supposed to be kicking the old lady in the stomach.
All right, go to them last two articles that I posted. This is gonna be a segue into our history segment, but y'all not gonna play the history part yet. All right, so this just came up like maybe I just seen this like an hour or two ago, maybe a little bit longer, but just came up today. So we're gonna read this one first.
All praise
This
to the
is and we only gonna read like maybe a sentence or two because I didn't post screenshots, unfortunately. It says the U.S. tried permanent daylight saving time in the 70s. People hated it. So this was published today. Actually, scroll down and don't go fast because I'm trying to remember where my point was. Blah blah blah. Change. Read that real quick. Scroll up a little bit. The change. So it's just talking about daylight savings time where they move time. Y'all help me out with daylight savings time.
Spring
forward,
yeah,
fall
time
back.
springing forward an hour. It starts at 2 a.m. Then it goes back in the fall. Yeah, springs forward in the spring by an hour, then it moves back an hour in the fall. Right.
It says the change would benefit Americans in the long run, predicted Steve Grossman of the Department of Transportation. Yes, accidents in the morning darkness may become more common, he said, but longer daylight hours could mean eliminating the hazards of evening commutes. Stress, anxiety, and many drivers have had a couple of drinks, as he told the Post. Outside the Capitol, others vowed defiance. Robert Yost, the mayor of St. Francis, Kansas, said his town council felt it was time to put our foot down and stop this monkey business.
Now as
the idea of permanent daylight saving time has gained some political momentum, it's probably worth a look back to another period when the U.S. tinkered with time.
When the U.S. did what?
Tinkered with time.
When the U.S. tinkered with time. Read Congress.
Congress had voted on December 14th, 1973, to put the U.S. on daylight saving time for 2 years. President Nixon signed the bill the next day. The U.S. had gone to permanent daylight saving time before, during World War II. Then,
During when?
World War II.
There was a lot of major events that happened during World War II. Go ahead.
Then, the measure was enacted to save fuel.
Okay, so that's all I wanted to know. Well, now go to the next one. So, daylight savings time was permanently was passed into law in 1973. Read this.
Congress weighs permanent daylight saving time in a debate as regular as clockwork. A congressional panel on Wednesday debated whether to end the nation's spring forward and fall back daylight saving policy, citing the health effects of shifting the clock twice per year. Most agreed it was about time. On Sunday, people in most parts of the United States will set their clocks ahead 1 hour so that darkness falls later in the day, a seasonal shift that is enforced by the federal government and will be reversed on November 6th.
It was enforced by what?
The federal government.
It was enforced by the federal government. Jump down to... Hold up. Somebody say something real quick.
Yeah, this is real important information because it again, this is one of those things, if you're reading your Bible, it should help to build faith in the validity of the prophecies in the Bible. Like this was prophesied that it was going to happen. And you always meet those people that doubt whether the Bible is real or not. Well, then when you're reading these words and then you can go in the scriptures and see these exact same words being used in the scriptures, God is telling you, look, man, I told you thousands of years ago what was going on. So I don't understand how people can still try to make the Bible not valid, look at it like it's not the truth.
I think it's a congressman, Marco Rubio. I think he's trying to change the time back where we can stop switching it. Because there's a few states that don't switch here in America. Right, that's true. I remember asking my grandmother, why do we do that? I was young, right? She was like, so y'all won't be having to go to school when it's dark? Y'all can catch the bus and it be light?
Right.
You know what I mean? It was actually some facts to that. Now that I had started researching it, and there's some facts of that. You know what I mean? For crops, for economics, and all that. That's one of the reasons why they changed it.
Right.
Come on, man. You can't be fooling with the Most High's time.
Hey, I've heard that before, too. I've heard crops, economics, and other things. But Esau always has an ulterior motive. They never going to tell you the real reason.
Exactly. Exactly.
Because we all know most evil happen at nighttime. So if you got 3 more hours of night, then guess what? That's 3 more hours that you get to do evil, so to speak.
And that's true because the calendars did the exact same thing. It was still a change of time, right? By adding the months, pushing the months back. What we have coming up this weekend is actually New Year's celebration.
Bring it out.
We got that.
Roy.
Yes.
The real
first
one.
new moon of the year.
Yes. First
Right
new
on.
moon of the year. So that was a major change back then.
All right, scroll down to I was pretty surprised. Y'all can just do Control F and then type in I was pretty, but however y'all want to do it.
Right. You finna roll up there in AV.
There we go, right there.
Yeah, see, there you go.
It says, I was pretty surprised when we had the power to change time itself.
Say it again.
What? I was pretty surprised we had the power to change time itself.
I was pretty surprised we had the power to change time itself. Read on.
Said Representative Jan Schakowsky, who led the hearing referencing her discovery at a years ago vote on daylight saving time.
You just plowed over that comma, but that's all right. All right. Go to Daniel chapter 7. Lord have mercy.
And that's Spanglish.
Yeah. The book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 25.
Hold up. Let me get there with you. Hold up. Go ahead.
And he shall speak.
No. Jump up to verse 24.
The book of Daniel, chapter.
No, start at verse 23.
The book of Daniel, chapter 7 and verse 23.
So y'all can, as we're reading, keep what Esau said in your brainstem. Read it. Matter of fact, somebody else read that. Hold what you got. Somebody else read that.
The book of Daniel.
No.
I was pretty.
The article.
I was pretty surprised we had the power to change time
Go back
itself.
to the itself. Now go back to the other article. I just want the part that I wanted. Now as the idea.
Now, as the idea of permanent daylight saving time has gained some political momentum, it's probably worth a look back to another period when the U.S. tinkered with time.
Looking back to another period when the U.S. tinkered with time. Daniel chapter 7, verse 23.
Daniel chapter 7 and verse 23. Thus he said.
Read slow, because you speed racer. Read slow.
Thus he said, the fourth beast shall be the fourth kingdom upon earth, which shall be diverse from all kingdoms, and shall devour the whole earth, and shall tread it down and break it in pieces.
Starting with Rome. I have another. Damn, I didn't send it to you. It'll take me too long. It's in my email. But going into how Rome had the most powerful army. I'll have to find it. Look through my emails. But read on.
Verse 24. And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings that shall arise, and another shall rise after them.
Hold on, Speed Racer. Read it again.
And the 10 horns out of this kingdom are 10 kings.
It says, in the 10 horns. Read it again. Where you at?
Verse 24.
I'm trying to multitask. Verse 24. In the 10 horns, which is the European Union, the EU, out of this kingdom are who?
10 kings that shall arise, and another shall rise after them.
And another is America. America would arise out of those 10 kings. Go ahead. Out of those 10 horns.
And he shall be diverse from the first.
And he shall be diverse from the first. He shall be diverse from Rome. Go ahead.
And he shall subdue 3 kings. And he shall speak great words against the Most High.
And he, talking about America specifically, and he shall do what?
He shall speak great words against the Most High.
Saying that they're the Israelites, we're the Jews, we're God's chosen people. Go ahead.
And shall wear out the saints of the Most High.
How did they wear us out? In slavery. Go ahead.
And think to change times.
And think to do what?
To change times.
And think to tinker with. And think to tinker with what?
Times.
With times. Go back to this first article, the second article. This one said tinker with time. Read that one again.
I was pretty surprised. We had the power to change time itself.
We had the power to change time itself. Read that verse again.
And he spake great words against the Most High, and shall wear out the saints of the Most High, and think to change times and laws.
And think to change time itself. What are we talking about? The Bible is pointing out who the kingdom is, who the race is, who the nation of people is that had the power to change time itself. This was just written today. This the Washington Post, reputable article. This ain't buzz whatever
Right.
these little
No
satirical
satire.
articles. Yeah, this ain't no satire or nothing like that. This is a reputable article.
That's a cold precept.
All praise to the Most High.
That's right.
Read on. It says, and think
to change times and laws.
And how do they change time? By passing laws. That's why they said the Senate, Congress, and all that. When did they change it? 1973. It was passed into law. Daylight savings time was passed into law. That's how they were able to change time, by passing laws. Was it on this? I can't hardly read that. All right. Y'all had something on that?
Yeah, I got something real quick. Go ahead. You just want to say something?
No. Go ahead.
Go to 2 Thessalonians 2 and 4, just to back up what Officer was saying. 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 4. Because nobody else on the earth has the power to do these things.
Right.
We like to say, what's those people that say we are sovereign people? I forget what they call
Moors.
them.
The Moors.
Yeah, the Moors.
Yeah.
Y'all can't change time. Y'all got to go off whatever Esau put on that clock or on that calendar.
Right.
So read what you got.
Hey, I thought, what was that? Ukraine. I thought they were sovereign too. You see what happened to them sovereign nations?
Right.
They thought.
Read that, Officer.
2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 4. who opposeth and exalted himself above all that is called God.
So that's what Esau does. The Lord set a calendar in place at this day is the Sabbath.
Right.
Do these things on these days. But Esau said, no, let's do away with Passover. Let's do away with the Lord's calendar.
Right.
And let's do this instead. That's what Esau does, read. Set himself above God, read.
Or that is worshipped, so that he is as God, sitteth in the temple of God.
Hold on, it said, and he is worshipped so that he is God. That's what he does. He sets himself up to be worshipped as God. Why? Because our Lord gave us a calendar and things to celebrate. He said, no, let's make them do this instead. Instead of celebrating God and the things that their God gave them, let them celebrate my holidays and the times that I gave them.
Right.
So that he as God sitteth in the temple of God, showing himself that he is God.
So that's what he does. By him saying, we're going to change time. That's them saying, hey, we God today. By him saying, I didn't think we could do things like this. Right. That's him saying, well, damn, I didn't think I can really be God.
Right. Right.
The Bible this article substantiates what the Bible is saying.
So if any of y'all was confused about who the devil is, who the beast is, it's the so-called white man.
That's right.
It's the so-called white man. And all these nations are in cahoots, and they've given their power to America for a time. And then later on, they're going to turn their back on him and burn his ass with fire.
There's no other nation that's making those bold and proud statements like Esau's doing. Nobody's doing that.
Hell no. The Arabs ain't talking about changing time and all that.
Right, for real.
And if he's such a God, why ain't he curing cancer? Why can't he cure the Omicron?
Yeah, he can change time. Yeah. He can tinker with time, but can't tinker with cancer.
Last
Man,
time
you
I
crazy.
checked, Christ was healing people. I don't see nothing God like.
The Arabs ain't changing no times or nothing like that, are they?
Thanks.
They running out.
Yeah,
they running out of time.
All right. You had something? You want to say something?
No, sir.
All right. So now, give me my post. So now y'all can play the intro for history.
Bring it out.
We starting it's not a new segment, but it's really only our second time doing it. We gonna go into Hebrew history or hidden history. I don't know. This brother confused me. He don't know what he wanted. He don't know what he want to call it yet.
It got to be Hebrew history. It got to be Hebrew.
It got to be Hebrew.
Okay, so Hebrew history. We're gonna go into Hebrew history. It's a segment we're gonna do. Sometimes it'll be 5 minutes. Sometimes it'll be 15, depending on what I want to go into. So let's cue it up.
Sheesh. My people going to war. We bringing out the fire. Those heathens we ignore. Cause we know that they're liars. I'm reading in the we're reading in the they reading in
the in the scripts. Reloaded.
That was fire.
That was you?
Yeah, that was fire.
Oh, okay. All right.
Hey, I didn't know what he said.
I didn't either. I just heard a sound. All right. Now pull up. No, not Roman army. We passed that now. When y'all get a chance, you can just post that link on Facebook and in the scripts. It's just some history about what we was reading in Daniel 7. Yeah. All right. Go to the first page of the book that Officer Yakub posted. This is easy access. This ain't nothing none of y'all shouldn't have or nothing none of y'all can't get. We normally look at the Zondervan Compact Bible Dictionary, but Zondervan has a more expansive dictionary. This is the Zondervan Illustrated Bible Dictionary. All right. So we just gonna go into brief history of the Greeks. Now, obviously, Deacon-a-thon has broken this down to a T. Every letter, every plural, every syllable, he done broke down. Right. We just going to go into some real basic, especially for a lot of brothers and sisters that don't have access to the books and the material that they have. At bare minimum, this is something that you can get your hands on pretty frequently. All right. So what page is this?
307.
Okay, 307. So you're just gonna read. Oh, well, this page. Read Galatians 3. Read Galatians 3 first. Galatians chapter 3. Scroll down. I only want to see the highlighted parts. Let me see what part I want. Read Galatians 3. I want Jew nor Greek.
328.
The book of Galatians, chapter 3 and verse 28. There is neither Jew nor Greek. There is neither bond nor free. There is neither male nor female, but you are all one in Christ Jesus.
So this is the one that Christians like to use to say, look, Jesus is for all nations, all races. Even though the scripture didn't say that, it said, read it again.
There is neither Jew nor Greek.
There is neither Jew nor Greek, bond nor free, male nor female. Notice how it only mentioned 2 actual races in there. It said Jews and Greeks.
Right.
It didn't say Jews in Moab. It didn't say Jews in Ammon. It didn't say Jews in Edom. It said Jews and Greeks.
Right.
Correct me if I'm missing a word in there.
Nope.
That's what it said.
Okay. All right.
Hey, officer, you know something else funny about that?
Mm-hmm.
Before they meet us, they think Jews and Greeks are both white people. So
Yeah.
what, they really saying the only white people can be saved.
Yep. Damn. Walking contradictions, man. So I wanted to preface it with that. All right. So now just read Corinth.
Corinth. To the left or to the right? Which one?
To the right.
All right. So Corinth had an ancient and very interesting history. Phoenician settlers were early attracted to it. They introduced many profitable manufacturers and established the impure worship of the Phoenician deities. Later, Greeks from Attica became supreme.
It says later Greeks from Attica became supreme. Go ahead.
They probably changed the name of the city to Corinth and glorified the games held there in honor of Poseidon.
So it says Corinth had an ancient and very interesting history. Phoenician settlers were early attracted to it. All right. It says later Greeks became supreme. Now go to the next page.
All
right.
30. It was just the very next one, yeah.
It was yeah.
It was literally.
They all in order. Page numbers at the top too.
Zoom that thing in for brother.
That's not it.
Hey,
All praise to the Most High.
so, officer, let me ask you a question. So, if you was living back in the day, right, and it was a person from a guy from the Greek army came to you and be like, "Jew or Greek?" What would you say?
I'm like, we the same, Negro.
That's not it.
He was thinking about it too.
Page 308. Page 308.
Because you know they was killing our people.
Right. Hey, but remember us, a lot of us was in those armies, so that's why I'm telling them we probably the same, Negro.
Right. And that's crazy too, because some of our people was probably we was in the Roman army. You had Cornelius, from the Italian band. So we had people in the military. So Greece is probably the same way, especially when it became that Greco-Roman kingdom.
If you go where all the stories are on the
I just tagged you in the post. There you go. All right. We appreciate you.
All praise to the Lord.
I got an officer Shema up here asking me random questions, man. Put me on the spot.
Hey, Lobby, if they came to you, what would you say, Jew or Greek? If you was living back in that time.
I mean,
we Jews. They would have killed your butt.
What Paul say? I'm a Roman citizen, brother. Right. Hit him with that right there.
All right, let's get back. Correct answer.
In Roman?
Yep.
In Roman times, Corinth was a city of wealth, luxury, and immorality. It had
wealth, luxury, and immorality. Money. Go ahead.
It had no rivals as a city of vice. To live like a Corinthian meant to live a life of profligacy and debauchery. It was
evil. Every evil sexual desire you could think of, you could find it in Rome. You could find it in Corinth. Go ahead.
It was customary in a stage play for a Corinthian to come on the scene drunk.
Go down to Her
temple.
That's going into idolatry. Greece. I don't want to read all this. Read besides.
Besides drawing vast revenues from the sea, Corinth had many important industries, its pottery and brass especially being famous all over the world. The Isthmian Games, held every 2 years, made Corinth a great center of Hellenic life.
Corinth was known for Hellenic life. Every 2 years made Corinth a great center of Hellenic life. So, there, of course, well, what the hell does Hellenic mean? That's going into being Hellenized, Hellenism. Now go to the next page. You can see the book number. I wrote it down, 596.
Prepare the question.
And as we are reading this, notice that everything we're reading, this sounds just like America.
Yep.
Every single part.
Yep. Scroll down. Come on, man. It's just a book, man. Y'all. Yeah, scroll down.
Bottom left. Keep going.
I ain't looking at it. Thank you.
Don't be scared,
Lord have
brothers.
mercy.
Hellenism, Greek, the civilization and culture of ancient Greece, especially.
So Hellenism is the civilization and culture of ancient Greece. So Hellenism is everything that encompasses Greekish fashions, Greekish life, like the Isthmian Games that we just read about,
right?
Which would be the Olympics today.
That's right.
Go ahead.
Especially the dissemination and adoption of Greek thought, customs, and lifestyle.
So Hellenism is not just what you wear. Hellenism is in your mind.
Right.
You think, eat, sleep, breathe like a Greek, a Grecian.
Right.
Go ahead.
It often implies the fusion of Greek and non-Greek culture.
Does that not sound familiar?
Wow.
Hey, officer, that's why you can come to America and get halal food. Or that's why you can come to America and
You
get...
said halal?
Halal, my bad.
Halal.
From the country,
That's a rapper, brother.
Come on now, I'm country. Anyway.
You talking about Haile Selassie guy.
All right, hey, y'all, if you just turn my mic off.
Go ahead.
It says, among classical scholars, the term Hellenistic is primarily a chronological designation.
So it's talking about a time period. Hellenism is a time period. Go ahead.
Covering the period from Alexander to the beginning.
Who?
Alexander
the Great, Alexander the Greek, who we're going to read about in a minute. Go ahead.
Covering the period from Alexander to the beginnings of the Roman Empire. In biblical scholarship, the term has a broader connotation and is roughly equivalent to Greco-Roman.
Or the Greco, because after Greece came the Greco-Roman Empire. Jump down to, do I really want to read this whole part? I do?
Yes. Right behind where it says C. Maccabee.
Just go ahead and start from when.
When the Seleucid Empire gained control of Palestine.
We're going to read about the Seleucid Empire too.
In 198 BC, the Jewish people came under severe pressure to Hellenize.
So who?
To Hellenize.
What people?
The Jewish people.
The Jews came under severe pressure to Hellenize, to conform to the manners of the Greeks. Go ahead. And to conform to the manners of white folks.
Right.
To be plain.
Hey, officer, and if I may correlate that to today, that's when they was whipping us on the back, making us celebrate Christmas, making us celebrate the 4th of July and all these other things that we celebrate. Same exact thing.
So that severe pressure came with a whole lot of abuse.
Right. Yes, exactly. Came with death. Death, murder, robbery, all types. Yeah.
Yep. Go ahead.
And many resisted it, leading to the Maccabean War, beginning in 168. The influence of Hellenism in Palestine, however, could not be totally prevented. The entrenchment of entrenchment, he was ready to get me.
My bad.
The entrenchment of Greek culture can more readily be seen among the Jews.
Among who?
Among the Jews of the diaspora.
The entrenchment of Greek culture can more readily be seen among the Jews of the diaspora.
There it is.
Y'all better stop playing with us, man.
Yeah.
All right.
Bring it out.
Do I want to read more of that?
Can we, especially Especially where?
Especially in Alexandria.
Africa.
Yes.
Yes. North Africa.
Yes.
So these Jews were living in North Africa, but living as Greeks.
Hey, officer, that's why you can have a predominantly black city or place like Atlanta, and them Negroes still selling the same thing that they celebrate in Virginia.
Right.
Yes.
Right.
Influence. Let's hold on that. Let's get into the scriptures real quick.
Y'all
Daniel
said-
chapter 8.
Y'all said what book is that?
That's right here. Zondervan Illustrated Bible
Dictionary.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So in there, it's talking about the Maccabees, right?
Yes.
And the things that Alexander did, right?
Yes.
So how come the modern day Christian debates that the Apocrypha is not a part of the Bible?
Right.
When it's
In
written,
the Bible.
when it's written about in there.
Because they are entrenched in Edomite culture. They are entrenched in Edomite culture.
Good answer. Good answer. Good
And it's
answer.
you gotta read it in a book, right?
But you know what's crazy though? White people, they know that the Apocrypha is canon.
Right.
But black people ain't got a clue. You talk about the Apocrypha, you think you talking Harry Potter.
Right. What's that little red book right there?
And you can literally just Google what is the Apocrypha and it tell you.
Right.
Like they're not even really hiding it no
They
more.
not nah.
Hey, to your point, officer, when you on the streets and somebody say the Bible ain't real, then you go to the Maccabees and you show them Alexander the Great. You learned him in school.
Right.
Alexander the Great is right here in the Bible. Alexander the Greek.
Historically documented.
Right.
Yeah.
So the Bible's a history book. Go ahead, officer.
Man, I ain't got time to go through the whole.
Come on, we get some. Give us some. Give us a little more, officer. Give us a little more. A little more.
Bring it out.
We need something to fight with.
Daniel chapter 8. Man. Start at Daniel chapter 8, verse 5. Well, we just gonna I'm gonna just have to butcher this and just jump through it.
Daniel chapter 8 and verse 5.
Bring it out!
And as I was considering, behold, an he-goat came from the west on the face of the whole earth, and touched not the ground.
The he-goat is talking about Alexander the Greek. So when we go back up in the book and it says, stay on this page, scroll back up. It says chronological designation covering the period from Alexander. The period from Alexander is what we're reading about right now. Go ahead. We're not going to be, we might, I don't know. Read on, Daniel 8.
And the goat had a notable horn between his eyes. And he came to the ram that had two horns.
Hold up. Because like I said, I gotta jump around. Jump to verse 8.
Verse 8. Therefore, the he-goat waxed.
Alexander. Oh, I'm sorry. Go back to verse 5. From
the top.
I'm having to rush through it. Yeah.
Verse 5. And as I was considering, behold, an he-goat came from the west on the face of the whole earth.
Alexander the Greek.
And touched not the ground. And the
when it says touch not the ground, Alexander went through and he conquered a lot of area, a lot of landmass, a lot of nations in a very short period of time. Go ahead. Oh no, now jump to verse 8.
Verse 8. Therefore, the he-goat waxed very great, and when he was strong, the great horn was broken.
Meaning he died. Go ahead. The great horn is Alexander. He died. Go ahead.
And for it came up four notable ones.
No. Read that again.
And for it came up four notable ones toward the four winds of heaven.
Who are those four notable ones? Those are four generals. Those are the four generals that came up after Alexander the Great. Who are the four generals?
Ptolemy.
There you go.
Ptolemy
All right,
had
very
Egypt.
good.
Lysimachus.
Yes. First Maccabees chapter 1.
I want to get down on that one. Written down.
He like, I got it.
First Maccabees chapter 1. Start at verse 2.
First.
Dang, I'm gonna have to rush through it, man. I'm gonna do it again. I'm not gonna rush next time. I'm gonna just have to start earlier. Go ahead.
First Maccabees chapter 1 and verse 2. And made many wars and won many.
No, start at verse 1. I'm sorry.
Verse 1. And it happened that Alexander, son of Philip, the Macedonian, who came out of the land of Chittim, had smitten Darius, king of the Persians and Medes, that he reigned in his stead, the first over Greece. and made many wars, and won many strongholds, and slew the kings of the earth.
And slew the kings of the earth. So when you go back to Daniel 8, read Daniel 8 and 8 again. Just read a little bit faster.
Daniel chapter 8 and verse 8. Therefore the he-goat waxed very great, and when he was strong, the great horn was broken.
It says when he was strong, what happened?
The great horn was broken. And for it came up 4 notable ones toward the 4 winds of heaven.
So y'all just mentioned the 4 notables, 4 notable ones. Of those notable ones, look at that second paragraph. When the Seleucid, read that part again.
When the Seleucid Empire gained control of Palestine in 198 BC, the Jewish people came under severe pressure to Hellenize, and many resisted it.
They came under very severe pressure to Hellenize. What does it mean to be Hellenized? That means your mind, your brainstem, your lifestyle, your fashion, your food, everything is fashioned after Greekish lifestyle, after white folks.
That's right.
To make it clear. To make it clear. Go back to Daniel 8. Read verse, for time's sake, read verse 10. Read verse 9. Read verse 9.
Daniel
let's
chapter
read
8, verse 9.
Read out.
And out of one of them came forth a little horn, which waxed exceeding great.
So out of the 4 generals came one of the notable ones, Antiochus.
Toward the south.
Which it says, which waxed exceeding great. Go ahead.
Toward the south, and toward the east, and toward the pleasant land.
The pleasant land is talking about Israel. Go ahead.
And it waxed great, even to the host of heaven. And it cast down some of the hosts and of the stars to the ground.
So when it says, read that part again.
And it cast down some of the host and of the stars to the ground.
It says, and it cast down some of the host. He's Exodus chapter 12, verse 41. Exodus chapter 12, verse 41. Yeah, man, I'm gonna need a couple because we gonna sprint through it.
The book of Exodus, chapter 12 and verse 41. And it came to pass at the end of the 430 years, even the selfsame day it came to pass, that all the host of the Lord went out from the land of Egypt.
All the host of the Lord that came out was Israel. Go back to Daniel 8, verse 10.
Daniel 8, verse 10. And it waxed great, even to the host of heaven, and it cast down some of the host and of the stars to the ground, and stamped upon them.
And stamped upon it. It conquered and Hellenized the Jews. The it is talking about Antiochus. When you go back to 1 Maccabees 1. So it says right here, when the Seleucid Empire gained control of Palestine in 198 BC, the Jewish people came under severe pressure to Hellenize, and many resisted it. That's the going into the Maccabean Empire. Jump down to verse. We're gonna read about many resisted it. Jump down to verse. Read verse 10.
Verse 10. And it waxed great, even to the host of heaven.
No. What verse I told you?
Verse 10.
Oh, verse 12. I'm sorry.
Verse 12. Daniel chapter 8, verse 12. And an host was given him against the daily sacrifice by reason of transgression. And it cast down the truth to the ground. And it practiced and prospered.
Meaning we cast the laws behind us. You had some of Israel go to well, let me get to the point. You had a lot of Israel that cast the laws behind their back, and they ended up making allegiance and alliances with Greece. Reno?
Then I heard one saint speaking, and another saint said unto that certain saint which spake, how long shall be the vision concerning the daily sacrifice and the transgression of desolation, to give both the sanctuary and the host to be trodden underfoot?
So it says, then I heard one saint speaking. Let's see who that one saint is. 1 Maccabees chapter 2. 1 Maccabees chapter 2. Read verse 1.
1 Maccabees chapter 2 and verse 1. In those days arose Mattathias.
Rose who?
Mattathias.
Arose Mattathias. Go ahead. Our forefathers, a black man. Go ahead.
That's right.
The son of John, the son of Simeon, a priest of the son of Jared, from Jerusalem, and dwelt in Modin.
Jump down to verse 7.
He said, woe is me. Wherefore was I born?
The he is talking about Judas. Go ahead.
Wherefore was I born to see this misery of my people?
I mean, not Judas, Mattathias. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
And of the holy city, and to dwell there. When it was delivered into the hand of the enemy, and the sanctuary into the hand of strangers?
The Greeks. Go ahead.
Her temple is become as a man without glory.
Her temple is become as a man without glory. The abomination of desolation was set up. The abomination is the Edomites. They came in and they defiled our temple. Go ahead.
Her glorious.
What was that? That was verse 8?
Yes, sir.
Go back. Daniel chapter 8, verse 13. Read 13 again. Time is it?
Daniel chapter 8, verse 13. Then I heard one saint speaking, and another saint said unto that certain saint which spake, how long shall be the vision concerning the daily sacrifice and the transgression of desolation, to give both the sanctuary and the host to be trodden underfoot? And he said
it says
me,
to be trodden underfoot. Go ahead.
And he said unto me, unto 2,300 days, then shall the sanctuary be cleansed. And it came.
It says 2,300 days, that's going into years 111 to 160 something BC, around 162, something like that. 165, I believe. 111 to 165 BC, I believe. That's the years it's talking about. But it's counting them in days. All right. Jump to all right. Now go to 1 Maccabees 1. I'm gonna have to end it on this.
Dang, we can't have
so
this
y'all
this short.
can, huh?
It's too short, officer. It's too short.
I know, and I'm rushing, and I hate it, but Lord's will, I'm gonna come back with it. I'm gonna show y'all verse 12. I'm gonna show y'all verse 12. 1 Maccabees chapter 1, and I didn't write it down, but that's all right. 1 Maccabees chapter 1, you're gonna read verse 10, and then you're gonna read verse 13.
First Maccabees chapter 1.
Verse 11.
First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 10. And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphanes, son of Antiochus the king, who had been in hostage at Rome. And he reigned in the 170th year of the kingdom of the Greeks.
Of the kingdom of who?
Of the Greeks.
Of the Greeks. Go ahead.
In those days went there out of Israel.
I'm sorry, hold what you got. Somebody go back to Daniel 8.
Verse 13?
Yeah, read verse 12.
This is the book of Daniel, chapter 8 and verse 12. And an host was given him against the daily sacrifice by reason of transgression. And it cast down the truth to the ground. And it practiced.
It said it cast down what?
The truth to the ground.
It cast down the truth to the ground. The host, which is Israel, cast down the truth to the ground. Now read verse 11.
In those days went there out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow.
We have had much sorrow, or we were entrenched. Go back to it. Or we are under severe pressure to be Hellenized. Alexander the Great was the forerunner of Hellenism or Greek culture. So when you talk about Greeks, when you're reading about Greek in the Bible, Jew nor Greek, you're talking about Jews that were Hellenized, that took on Greekish lifestyle, Greekish fashion. You got some?
Well, I just want to ask, what is the name of the fashion that they brought in? We still live under it today. Democracy. Right. That's the fashion that the Greeks brought in. I mean, mixed with the sodomy and all of the other things that are going on, what they brought in was democracy. And that's what we accepted and wanted to go with, the wicked men.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Go ahead. What verse you at?
Verse 12.
You read verse 11 already?
Yes, sir.
Damn, where I been at? I read on.
So this device pleased them well.
So it said this device pleased them well. When you go back to Daniel 8, and we're not gonna read it, but when it says they cast down the truth and it practiced and prospered, when they cast the laws behind them, then Israel, they thought that they were doing well. They thought that they started to do well because they started to make allegiance and alliances with the Greeks. It says, so this device pleased them well. Go ahead.
Then certain of the people were so forward herein that they went to the king, who gave them license to do after the ordinances of the heathen.
So they received permission to be Hellenized. Can you conquer us?
Right.
Can you conquer us, please, Mr. White Man? We want to learn all your ways.
Right.
All your fashions, Mr. White Man.
Right.
We want to play in the infamous games.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, the who?
Now I'm not going to say it again.
The Isthmus games.
Yeah, those games.
Come on, man.
Hey, how about I want to be KSI. I want to be Delta Sigma Theta. I
Right.
willingly, ignorantly call yourself these Greek people. You're not talking about us. You're talking about them.
Right. Yep. All right. So we're gonna drop that. So Lord's will, I won't rush next time, and we'll be able to go through more of it. Like I said, some will be depending on the topic. Some will be shorter. Some will be longer. I need a little bit more time in this, but it's all right.
So what's the name of this segment?
Hebrew history.
All right, give it up for Hebrew history. Give it up for Hebrew history.
Good pilot. Good
Hey,
pilot.
shout out to Brother Yahalon for that intro, man. That thing was fire.
fire.
Praises.
So with that right there, officer, people, if you listen and you study what we're giving you, you can be able to confound a Christian when he asks you, what about Galatians 3:28? Jew or Greek? Well, I was watching in the scripture reloaded, and I took notes. And here, let me show you.
Right.
And they showed me the prophecies. They showed me Daniel 8, and then they showed me the history in 1 Maccabees chapter 1, chapter 2.
Exactly.
So y'all shouldn't be confused. We didn't even go into Daniel 11. We didn't go into Daniel 12.
Right.
It was a lot that we didn't go over.
And the Zondervan, illustrated by
Yes.
Boom.
Yes.
Got pictures and everything.
Yes. For those of y'all that don't believe black people,
bring it out.
The white man tell you.
Damn.
The white man.
It's in a
The
book.
white man told you. We
White
just read the
scholars.
Bible, but I know some of y'all don't believe black people.
That's right.
Just like
All right.
also, and they got pictures in there because you know,
Yes.
you know, black people
All right,
don't read.
so
we don't like
It's
to
a
read.
picture book.
Right. So we're going to take a quick commercial break, and then we got some special guests on the line. Y'all are tuned in the scripts.
Shalom, this is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. I have an important message about your leaders in the Christian church. Your bishops, pastors, reverends, and ministers are all lying to you and leading you straight to damnation. The truth is, you so-called blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans are the biblical Israelites, according to Deuteronomy chapter 28. Jesus Christ is a black man with white wool hair, according to Revelation chapter 1, verses 14 and 15. We as the Israelites must keep the commandments in the faith of Christ to receive salvation, as it is written in Revelation chapter 14, verse 12. I've challenged and debated Christian authorities all over the world on these issues. Not one of them has been able to negate this truth. Your pastors have led you astray, worshiping pagan holidays and false gods, just as in the days of old. So join us on our mission to restore the true nation of Israel before the decree goes forth. The work is plentiful, but the laborers are few. Visit our website at israelunite.org or call us at 855-484-4842 to learn more and visit our schools. Shalom.
The Messiah is a savior and a conqueror.
Joseph, follow me.
Hey there, it's me again. As you know, Mel and I are working on a Passion of the Christ sequel. We're asking that you continue to support us in any way possible. And those of you whom have not yet donated to the Joseph's Dream short film, we want to give you a special thank you. Send those funds over to help us establish our vision. Jesus loves you, and God bless America.
Shalom, Israel. My name is Sister Zakaya from IUIC Cincinnati Camp, and I am here because I have a special announcement for you. It is almost that time again. Passover 2022. It is right around the corner. I am excited. I hope you are too. The dates are from March 31st through April the 4th. That's March 31st through April the 4th. So make sure you mark your calendars. This year's colors are brown and gold. And make sure you visit originalroyalty.com to get your official garments. One more thing, Israel. Registration details will be available soon. Do not neglect to register. Make haste. And remember, never give up, never give in. Shalom.
And you're listening to In the Scripts. Reloaded.
All right, so we're going to have some special guests here in a second. They should be calling in shortly. AV, y'all let us know when they in.
All praises.
Hey, that history. Hey, and matter of fact, I want to do this, officer. For the viewers, which one is more appealing to your ear? Hebrew history or hidden history?
Come on, man.
No. I'm not making it.
He said, let us hear the people.
Come on, man.
Yeah, we want to hear the people.
Let the people talk.
Come on, man.
Yeah.
But it's okay. Go ahead.
Because it's not that if we use that, it would be in reverence to the larger show. All he's doing is taking a small piece, right, and adding it to it. But I mean, Hebrew history was the thing. But I get it.
Yeah. Nah, we do Hebrew. I'm good.
Do the Hebrew history?
Yeah,
All right.
Yeah, come on. I'm good.
I wanted to keep it, I wanted to keep it fair.
I see what you were doing there.
Back in the day, we used to call that. We used to call that biting. You know what biting is? When you take somebody, we don't want to bite off nobody. We one of the first shows. Remember what would you say, Eli? One of the first shows we did.
In Fishbowl Radio.
Remember Fishbowl Radio?
Oh, man, y'all taking me back now.
Yeah, and the scripts goes back.
Circa 2014.
What they say? We in the scripts.
Back.
There you go. You know what I mean? We like that. We like that here.
Man.
You like the falsetto?
Dang, no, I didn't like that.
No, that wasn't good.
He said, I didn't like that. I ain't like that. No.
Bad memories. Bad memories. Let's not bring it up.
Man. Those were the times, man. Golly, it was four of us in the little room. And did you ever come to? No, you didn't come.
That was one of the first radio shows.
Yeah. I think it was the first, but whatever.
Right.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. A lot of stuff
originated.
Originated.
That's another story.
The originators.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. Now, but that history is extremely important because our people are lost because that history is lost.
Yes.
Our people don't know how to take one. Without reading those books or knowing that those books are there to match to that history, you have no reason to believe that those books are part of the Bible. Mm-hmm. And it'll just allow you to continue to be tricked and fooled and lied to by the pastors. But when you grab those books and you can see, and then terms like what you were bringing out, Hellenist and Hellenism and Hellenistic and all of those things, and it's saying that it's speaking to the Jews that were in Africa. Most of our people never doubt that we came from Africa. So if you can make them understand and see that we were the ones that were in Africa, but we were actually Jews, and that history ties into our history, then it makes that a lot more powerful.
Right. because you see yourself. A lot of people, we don't see ourselves in the Bible, so we have no rhyme or reason to even be looking for a Zondervan.
Exactly.
Hey, officer, that's important is when we out there teaching to hit Deuteronomy 28.
That's right.
Before you can tell them anything about the Bible, first you got to show where they are in the Bible. Who are you in the Bible? That's important, because without knowing who you are, you're not going to follow this Bible like that. You're going to be a novice like we always been in Christianity.
Right. Thinking you're a Gentile.
Thinking you a Gentile.
And then they didn't tell you which Gentile you was in the Christian church.
Hey, not only that, bro, but our people like to complain that Esau only teaches about our history and slavery. We got way more history than that. You just got to go find it. You got to go research it because they're not going to give it to us.
Hey, to your point, can I get Job 8:8 while we waiting? Because what Officer Kareem just said is very true. One thing I know in the school system, kids do not care about history. If you're not making it plain to them like we do on all these different radio shows and show them like this is your forefather, this is us in the past, this is what we learned from this and lessons, so on and so forth, it's not appealing to them because all they see when they turn on TV, look at these books, textbooks at school, Esau, Esau, Esau. That's all they teach. So let's read that real quick.
Hey, quick interruption. Hey,
Yes,
hey, Zion, make sure you check what I just sent you, Zion, on Telegram. Go ahead.
Job chapter 8 and verse 8. For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age.
So just like Officer Kareem just said, he said we gotta search out, we have to inquire, we have to look into the former age, our history, read.
And prepare thyself to the search of their fathers.
To the search of our fathers, because Esau, especially Esau, the devil the Bible speaks of, he is not going to make it easy and clear cut for you to just open up any book or just go anywhere, go to your public library and be like, hey, can I get this book over the Jews, that were in Greece or that was in Corinth, so on and so forth. I want to know about black people, back then. What was we doing? They tell you, nah, y'all started off in slavery. We taught you how to be great. We took y'all out of savagery if you're Northern Kingdom, so on and so forth. So it's very important that us as Israelite parents especially, we make reading and learning about our history extremely important to our kids, because if you don't, they just going to end up out here like little Tyrone or Terrell kicking their grandmama.
Big, what are you doing?
We good? I don't see nothing on the TV. Hey, Cap, can you hear us?
Yes, sir.
Hey, Most High Christ bless. Welcome to In the Scripts again, back by popular demand. I'll give him a hand clap.
All praise to the Most High. Hey, shit.
Yeah, we're trying to get Captain Isaac on, so he should be joining us here shortly. But because it's already 8:30, so we do want to go ahead and jump right in until we get Captain Isaac in. But last weekend, brothers, y'all feel free. I know some of y'all posted some questions, or at least I saw somebody post questions.
I can't see y'all? All I see is the IUIC Dallas emblem. Why can't I see the picture of y'all?
That's just give us mercy, Cap. That's
because you're going to ask us about our blood pressure.
Yeah.
And make sure we don't take y'all's
The
guts.
thing about you, brother, a lot of you, and the reality is that the accountability starts with y'all on the show. Y'all don't want to be held accountable. That's the problem.
Cap, so
you don't want to be held accountable.
Well, so here's the thing. Here's what we're gonna start with, Cap. We're gonna go around the room minus everybody, with the exception of Officer Eli, because he's just joining us today. Let's pull our numbers up.
All praise to the Lord.
Because,
I got my numbers.
Because Cap is absolutely right.
I got my number.
Officer Eli even got his number. Cap, you absolutely right. It starts with us. It starts with the men. It starts with the leaders. So let's go around the room. Who got theirs up?
I got mine.
Go ahead. Let's start left to right.
Mine is 104 over 69.
104 over 69. What are we talking about? We're pulling our blood pressure number. Blood pressure numbers. Correct. Officer Jacob.
It was like 140 over 90.
Oh, Lord. He said it was like. Okay.
Well,
we're going to skip
it malfunctioned twice today.
Oh, it malfunctioned twice today. Lord have mercy. Well, the attempt was there. All right.
122 over 78.
122 over 78. Mine was 118 over 83.
Mine was 140. Mine was 142 over 65.
142 over 65.
Mine is 121 over 82.
121 over 82.
Mine 122 over 83.
122 over 83. Close to mine.
And 107 over 71.
And 107 over 71. So, brothers, we took the charge. We said we're going to set the example. And we did. So all praise to the Most High. Give brothers a hand clap.
Real quick, I'm going to run inside because I just got off of work and I want to be on the line with all y'all. I don't have my purple and gold on. So Captain Isaac just coming on. Let me grab my purple and gold shirt, come back outside. I feel out of order right now. Like I said, I just got off of work and I want to be on one accord. So give me 1 moment, all right? Give me 1 moment.
No problem, Cap. Do your thing. Do your thing. So we got Captain Isaac on the line. All praise to the Most High. Another hand clap.
Oh. Shalom, brothers. Most High Christ bless. Y'all finally sent me the
right link.
The proper link. Most High Christ bless, man. Yes, sir. Most High Christ bless.
Top flight AV in the building.
Wonderful show. I see y'all brothers going into the history a bit with our forefather, the mighty Mattathias. Gotta speak about daddy. Can't speak about Judah Magnus while speaking about Mattathias. Better put some respect on Papa Levi.
Right.
Gotta put some respect on the hoary head, man. Respect and loyalty, that's the two foremost important things.
Absolutely. All praise to the Most High. That's what we're gonna do. That's the segment we're gonna do moving forward, because it's vital for our people. A lot of our people don't see each other in the Bible. We don't see ourselves in the Bible. So that's what that segment is for. It's for us to really pinpoint ourselves in the scriptures and line it up with the history that you get in these various books. So now, Cap, last week
hold on, before you start, little Eli. Little Eli.
Shalom, Cap.
Shalom, officer. Most High Christ bless. Glad to see you, man.
All praise. Glad to be here, sir.
Yes, sir.
So last week we touched on, Captain Shem and Captain Soraya touched on the dietary portion of a God body. So this week we want to touch on the physical aspects of a God body, the mental, spiritual, and physical aspects of a God body. All right. So we got a couple of questions, because I know, Cap, you said you want us to keep you in line, keep you in tune, keep you on one track. All right. So we do have a couple of questions. A lot of these are dealing with food. So let me touch on the physical portions of it. All right.
We got Captain Shem on the call too, man. So you know he's gonna get on you. The what would you call the Captain Shem? The fat lard asses. He's gonna get on. He's gonna get on.
Let me just say this. I remember Dallas got some of the best barbecue on earth, but what they didn't realize is some of you brothers, you're supposed to eat 1 serving, not 5. That's the problem. You got a bunch of whale guts on your stage with 142 blood pressure. Damn. You're ashamed of yourself.
They working on it, Cap. After last week's show, we are working on it. Trust me.
Yes, sir.
We are working on it. So, Cap Miser, we're gonna start with
you. So you're only gonna have thirds instead of fourths.
You know what's funny right now? When Captain Shem just said, brothers are trying to tighten their gut. You lucky y'all sitting down, y'all not standing up doing this interview, man.
All praise to the Most High, Cap.
All praise to the Most High. Go ahead.
Some brothers be ashamed. I'll be good. I've been doing 1 meal since last week, so I've been on the right track. The right track. So I'll praise for that. So, Cap Miser, we'll start with you. First question is, I'm gonna let you answer. How much is enough when it comes with weight loss? How much is enough weight loss? And let me say this too. Anybody on YouTube or Facebook, if you got any questions, feel free to post them in the chat and we'll ask them. So that was the first question.
Okay. Well, when it comes to being in shape, everybody's definition of in shape is different. Of course, it varies based on athleticism, body weight, BMI, body mass index, and so forth. But to tell you the truth, the easiest way to tell is to stand up and look down. If you can't see your feet, something is wrong. Like Bishop Nathaniel says, if you can't see your friend, something is really wrong. That's right. So the power's in the gut. And I know a lot of brothers, I know it's a cut to a lot of brothers. You can tell from the faces that they're making on the screen. That's why in the scriptures, remember the Most High always says to gird up your loins, right? And first and foremost, we know the spiritual aspect of that is talking about do his will, not your will. Keep the commandments and do what he says. Get your house in order, get your spirit in order, and so forth. But why does it always talk about gird up your loins, your loins, your loins? We read about even the garments that the brothers had back in that time, where it says it had a girdle around his loins, around his waistline.
Right.
Everything starts in the abs. The power comes from within. It starts right here in your midsection in the gut. Notice you'll never have somebody in shape, and I'm talking about tip-top shape, with with a gut, you know what I'm saying, or with a beer belly. They always have what's known as a six-pack or even a flat, strong stomach. Let's say you don't have to have a six-pack, but what you want is a strong midsection. That comes with proper diet, and it also comes with a above average BMI. Okay, but you should be able to run a mile without being tired. You should be able to run up at least 10 to 15 flight of steps without being tired. Hey, 20, 25 push-ups without gasping for air. But everything comes from the gut. You can tell what kind of shape you're in from the power of your whole waistline. Okay. And not only including the abdominal region, but also the lower back and so forth. You also strong back. That's why we always encourage brothers to work out. That's why we have implemented in Israel United in Christ. We have not only Camp 101, but we have the Mighty Men of Valor program.
Right.
Okay. Where there's a protocol throughout the board of a physical standard that each man has to meet. Okay. We customize it to where it's standardized throughout the whole nation. Look, these are the criteria that we're looking for. Okay. Because a man that's in shape, guess what? That's a disciplined man, because it takes discipline to not only get in shape, but stay in shape. It takes a lot of discipline, you know? And I'm not going to be in this call like a hypocrite. I'm not Ronnie Coleman walking around, but I guarantee you I could run a mile without getting tired. I can give you 25 push-ups without getting tired. You know, I'm not in the shape that I used to be when I was in my mid-20s and so forth. I was a Martian back then. I wasn't from the planet Earth. But, you know, you get married, you get comfortable, you put on a little weight. But the key is, brothers, we gotta be, it's a nation thing. The bishop always talks about nation building. We depend on each other. So if I'm at camp with a brother that's sick, passing out, he can't hold his office, his rank, his position at camp because he's out of shape. Guess what? Now he's gonna depend on me to hold him up. You understand what I mean?
Yes, sir.
We do it for each other. We do it for each other. We got to be an example for each other. We can't. No more of this selfless thinking.
So you said something.
Selfish.
Thinking. Yes, sir.
Go ahead.
You said something earlier. You mentioned BMI.
Yeah.
For those that don't know,
index.
Body mass index. So for those that don't know, what is the BMI or body mass?
All right. Well, you have the body mass index, which basically it's an apparatus that was developed by Esau, which can determine how much muscle mass you have in comparison to your body fat. Okay. They have an electromagnetic handheld device. They have one that you can take underwater. That's actually the best one. And they also have another handheld one where you got to grab certain parts of your body and measure the fat and do the mathematical formula. But that determines, how much muscle mass you have in comparison to your body fat.
Okay, understood.
So if you want to be able to see your loins, your abdominal region, anywhere between 8 to 10% body fat, you will see abs. When it starts to drop under 8%, that's when your body becomes very dry. Like literally, you can see every different anatomy of muscle group in the body because your body doesn't have that much water weight. But sometimes they say the too low, it's unhealthy because your organs, remember, it needs fat. It's surrounded by fat. It's almost like a cushion. So if you get your body fat too low to say 2-3%, it can become dangerous. Okay. And it's hard to keep things like that all year round. That's why in the bodybuilding world, they have something called off season and on season. It's very hard to stay at that 3 to 4% body fat all year round. It's actually unhealthy.
Okay, understood.
Hey, Captain, Most High in Christ bless. I got a question for you, sir.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And Captain Shem as well. So what advice would y'all give to somebody that's looking to gain muscle mass? Because, in the world, they say you got to take more calories, so on and so forth. And a lot of people even say eat a lot of meat, which we know that's unhealthy for you. So what advice would y'all give for that situation?
Well, too much of any one thing is no good. So we all know that, right? Too much of in excess of one thing is not good. So what you want to do is you definitely want to increase your caloric intake, but it needs to be, You need to make sure you have the certain amount of carbs in there, right? You have to have the certain amount of vegetables. Okay, some people go as far as weighing their food. That might drive you crazy. I wouldn't do that, but I would definitely increase your strength training exercises versus your food too. All right, if you're not eating, you're not gonna put on weight. You need to feed the muscles food. It's almost like you can't drive a car on without gas or without the proper oil, and it's the same thing for nutrition.
All praises, Cap. Appreciate it.
Now, Captain Shem is great with the intermittent fasting. So you brothers that are looking to lose weight, he has a whole program out in IUIC, like an intermittent fasting chat, and I'm pretty sure he can elaborate on that.
All right, so look, if I may, Captain Isaac has always been a better talker, and I'm going to get right to the point. I'm going to tell you something right now. There's a problem. Captain Isaac mentioned BMI, which is body mass index. If you are obese, now you can Google it and fact check me. If you are 25% to 29.9%, you're obese. If you're over 30% to 39%, you're morbidly obese. And this is the problem I have with all of you brothers and I'm telling you right now. In particular, us ranking men. We should not be named one of us obese. Okay, I'm going to get, the scriptures say, prove all things. I got a challenge for all of you. I'm going to be nice, calorically challenged around your midsection. You brothers that are calorically challenged, you got a whole bunch of extra calories, and your BMI is 25% or more, meaning you're obese. Listen, the discipline comes from there. Eat one meal a day. Everybody, just shut the hell up. Eat one meal a day. Once you lose the weight, then you worry about gaining some muscle. Listen to what I'm saying. Listen, we got 40, and I'm going to let some little, I'm not going to swear. I got about 45 lard backs right now. Big, fat, burly gut, fat back, lard back, panda bear gut, giant lard backs. They're losing weight. Now, okay, scriptures speak about prove all things. I challenge these brothers. Listen. You're friggin' 5'8". You're 300 pounds. This is a normal thing. So now look up the average healthy weight of a male 5'8". It's like 165 pounds. There's brothers all around us that are obese and morbidly obese right here. Look around you. Well, here's the thing. I seen enough people. When I was in IECU with my wife, I seen a lot of people that were dying daily from strokes and heart attacks. When you're obese and you're morbidly obese, you are at a very high risk for a stroke or a heart attack. You brothers, stop playing games. If you want to lose the weight, if you're obese or morbidly obese and you're tired and you're looking down like Captain Isaac said, you can't see Mr. Johnson. You can't see your doggone Johnson. That's the problem. Cut the BS. It's time to act. If your blood pressure is above 120, believe it or not, systolic, top, bottom number is diastolic, you have elevated blood pressure. If your blood pressure is 130 to 100, above 130, you are hypertension stage 1. Okay? We need to start, you brothers on this panel, some of y'all are high blood pressure. And you're like, listen, stop playing games. I'm being deadly serious. It's not a game to me. This is a personal friggin' mission. Every brother that wants to lose weight, and I see the problem is I'm talking, but we're gonna back it up. I'm gonna tell you why. The first graduate from the Fat Back Chat, it's a Telegram open to all fat people. The Fat Back Chat, we had the first graduate lost 45 pounds and did it in like 4 or 5 months. We got brothers on there 85 pounds, 65 pounds, brothers losing weight left and right. You know how they're doing it? 1 meal a day. Everybody else just one damn meal a day, 1 meal a day, healthy keto. Fat people don't need carbs. Fat people don't need carbs. Fat lard backs need no carbs. Then when you lose the weight, like Captain Isaac said, with a flat stomach, a little bit of muscle definition, now you can work on gaining the muscle. If you're obese, listen to me, y'all. If you're obese, forget about being ashamed. Enough crap. It's time for some action. You're going to have a heart. You get to be 45, 50. Your chances of having a heart attack and stroke will go way up. And I'm telling you, you do not want to have one of them. I'm telling you, this is not a damn game. It's not fun. It's not funny. You lard asses need to lose weight. Dead serious. Okay. If you want help, the bottom line, I know I'm talking wild, blah, blah, blah. You want help? There's a program. We can help you. The rest of you, man, you've been warned. Lose the weight. You can do it. You don't need to eat 3 times a day, 1 meal a day. Then when you get ripped, okay, like friggin' Captain Jan, then you can eat 2 times a day or whoever the hell it is. So I'm just like, it make me sick that on your panel, you got brothers with 140 blood pressure, and this is how you're talking. Brother, you have high blood pressure. You can fix it in 4 months. What are you doing? Listen, stop. You need to fix it. Y'all need to fix it. It's not a game. It's not a game. You need to fix it. I'm done. I'm off my rant.
So you heard it. You heard it from Captain Sherman himself. So what is he telling you? Lay low on the brisket, brothers, and the nacho cheeses, the Texas brisket and beef ribs.
Damn. Yes, sir.
Bring it out.
Officer Jake, yes,
Yeah. Shalom, captains, both of you. This is a question for both of you right here.
Talking to top of direct.
Yeah. So being that we are an organized nation, pretty progressive, we put programs in place every day for men of valor, 4 chapters a day. All of these different programs we have in place. Do you see possibly in the near future coming up with protocols to protect the body? Like implementing a food program, such as like for the kitchen. I'm over the kitchen, so it's one of those situations. I'm trying to be forward thinking and move meal preps, and I think it starts like in a situation like this. It starts with me, and I do agree with everything you guys are saying. So I'm just saying, just progressively forward thinking. Do you see anything in place in the near future?
You know what I'd like to do? I'm the outlandish one. I admit it. Every nation needs somebody outlandish. I think we should get all the doggone lard asses, round them up and give them 3 meals a week and a salt block and water to drink. In 3-4 months, they all come back ripped. And then it's got to be extreme. You brothers that are high blood pressure, y'all need to stop it. Treat it like, remember the scriptures say, flee from sin as from the face of a serpent. If you knew that death was going to bite you, and you have 145 blood pressure, you would fix your stuff and you can do it in months. It has to be a sense of urgency. And then once we get there, I'm going to tell you, when our first round, 45 of these brothers are going to lose all the weight. They're going to go from morbidly obese and obese down to being normal BMIs. Normal. Then that 45, they're going to go out, they're going to teach everybody else, listen, this is what you do. It's not an option. America has spoiled the crap out of us. 3 meals a day, dad and them used to eat 1 meal a day. A lot of these Asian people over there and Iranians, and they eat 1 meal a day because they damn poor as hell. They ain't fat. Show me a fat Asian except for a damn sumo wrestler. Show me a fat Iranian. Show me a fat Norwegian. Their sample size over there is their extra large is like a medium American sample. This country is the most obese country on the planet Earth, the United States of Babylon. Listen, it needs to be a sense of urgency. It's not a game. Every one of you on this panel, and the reason why I could talk this is because I eat 1 damn meal a day, and my blood pressure is normal. If I did it, my stuff would be high. And I don't want to have no stroke. I don't want to have no heart attack, man. And I'm being demonstrative. I'm being indignant, right? Justifiably upset because on the damn soldier evaluation form in the offices, there's a thing called military barrack. How the hell are you going to be a soldier in the Lord's army and you a big? Come on, man. Come on, it don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. And I'm not going to change the way I'm being. I'm fired up, and I'm going to show you with results. We're going to show you big brothers that's going to. I got a brother right now, 419 pounds, down to 350. Okay, he's starting to feel better. Another brother, 354 pounds, down to 293. Another brother, 354, down to 264. This is real. It's not a game. These men are lessening their chances of a heart attack and a stroke. Why? Because they're applying God's laws. Very little is sufficient for a man. You don't need to eat friggin' 4 times, 1 time a day. 1 time. You want to follow a program. A soldier is disciplined. Be disciplined. Come do what you got to do. Lose the weight. We're going to change the way black people think about health. Because they're going to say, damn, the Israelites. Listen, I don't agree with everything, this, that, but how they get so damn healthy? Well, you know what? Let me just see what we can use that to help bring our people in. You know what? I don't know if I really believe that God can love all people, but if I go there, man, then guess what? The Lord can use that to help win some of them over.
Mm-hmm.
Look, I'm done, man.
You know the good thing about that? We always say, man, IUIC is not going to be the model for fat camp. That's not us, all right? There ain't going to be no fat bodies in this purple and gold shirt. So we got to be in one mind, one spirit. Health is wealth. Health is extremely important. Okay, so that's one thing that we definitely push and we advocate with these programs that we have in IUIC. You heard about what Captain Shem has going on with that whole chat, that intermittent fat body chat. So there's no excuses. There's no excuses. And to go back on your question, Officer Jacob, as far as implementing stuff from the kitchen, you know how we do it in Israel United in Christ, all right? Starting from the bishop on down. We're always progressive. We're not regressive. We're never stagnant. So definitely in the future, we'll probably be implementing different things to improve that area of health and so forth as we go on. Expect it. You definitely have to expect that. That's going to come. All right. It's not an if. It's not it's just a matter of just when it's going to happen, but it is going to happen. All right.
All praises.
Hey, quick question, Cap.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, how do they increase their discipline? If they lack in discipline, how do they increase their discipline?
Be around disciplined people. Discipline is a mindset. It's a mindset. Whatever it is that you're struggling against, whatever it is, everything starts here. Everything starts here. Starts in the mind. All right. Just like there was a quote that the bishop posted not too long ago about how your actions, your thoughts become actions, and then your actions they manifest, and then it becomes your destiny, becomes who you are. All of that is in the mind. Before you pick up that fat burger at 12 a.m. in the morning, you look at it, right? You start to desire it with your eyes. And then what does your mind tell you? Well, let me jump in the car and let me go to Whataburger or Wendy's or so forth. Everything starts in the mind. Everything starts in the mind. So what you want to do is you want to control your thoughts, and you also want to be around disciplined people. If you're around people that eat out all day and, just eat crap all day, guess what? You yourself are going to become seduced and enticed by those individuals. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? And that goes with anything, alcoholism and anything, whatever you're trying to stop. You're trying to stop drinking alcohol, but here you are, you're around. And there's nothing wrong with drinking alcohol, brothers and sisters, but it becomes a sin when you do it in excess, because the Bible says what? You can't be a drunk. So if you're surrounding yourself around those kind of people, guess what? You ain't going to never stop drinking alcohol. It's the same thing.
Appreciate it, Cap. Appreciate it.
Remember the class that it was a while ago. I forgot when, the class we did on grit.
Right.
GRIT. That's what we need. This is what everybody in Israel United in Christ need. Mainly the men. We need grit. Okay. If you don't know what grit is, go look up the acronym.
Hey, Cap. Guts, resilience, integrity, and tenacity.
Yes. Guts, resilience, integrity, and tenacity. That's what our people lack, and that's what we need in every aspect of our life. Not just the spiritual, but the physical as well. But the spiritual is more important than the physical.
Yes, sir. Hey, shalom, Captain Most High Christ. I got a question for both of y'all. What does your morning routine consist of containing your health, or what is a good routine in the morning containing health?
Captain Shem, you want to go ahead and answer that?
I want to ask, I'm going to do a challenge, Rick, but I'm going to show you a mind. Now, the brother that had the 143 blood pressure, right? One of you brothers, I need you to work with me here. Who's overweight? Tell the freaking truth. The ones with the high blood, y'all are overweight. Who's overweight? Okay, now, state your name and how much you're overweight. Just be a man about how much you're overweight.
Officer Kashar, I'm probably
Probably.
Everything's a game, you brother.
Don't say probably, brothers.
This ain't Barney Rubble bullcrap. I'm going to challenge you because I'm going to show every one of you on the panel, every single one. You want to talk about grit? I'm going to show you grit. Every one of you. Give me 60 days. You'll bring your blood pressure down and you lose all the weight. Let's challenge your mind. Where you at?
I weighed myself today, Captain. I weighed myself today. I was 270.
Okay, how tall are you?
I'm 6'3", 6'4".
Okay, you're overweight by at least 45 pounds, minimum.
Yes.
6'4", maybe 230, I'll give you 225. Let's say you got to lose 50 pounds. 3 months at the most, you lose it all. What's your blood pressure?
Yes, sir.
What is your blood pressure?
It was 140 over 90 earlier.
That is a hypertension stage 1. You have a problem. What you need to do is you need to lose 50 damn pounds, and you can do it in 3 months if you just eat 1 damn meal a day, no damn carbs, and tell yourself to shut the hell up every time you get hungry. That's what I do. You know what my meal every day is? I get up, I tell myself, you ain't going to eat till later on. I have a cup of every day, a cup of black coffee. I learn to appreciate bitter things. Not everything in life is friggin' sweet. You have a nice cup of bitter coffee, get the balance going. Then I decide to eat my meal between about 5:30, 6:30 at night. I eat maybe 3-4 hours. Then when I'm done, I shut it down. That's it. This is how you keep your weight down. This is how you keep everything in order. So my thing is, there's this lackadaisical damn spirit. I'm telling you, Israel, we got that spirit about us. If you have high blood pressure, if you are overweight, fix it now. You want somebody to help you out? I'll be your damn DI. Fix it. You can do it. 3 months, imagine you, the one that just spoke, the one that's 50 pounds of weight, 6'4" with 140 over 90 diastolic. You have a problem. You want to fix it? Get it done. And then when you get it, you lose the 50. Now you reach one teacher, your brother. I was this, I made excuses. This is what I did. I lost the weight. You can do it too. It becomes infectious. Your mind, man, stop playing games. You control your mind. You control it. Remember what Bishop Nathaniel said. And all the stuff that Bishop Nathaniel been through, many trials, Captain Isaac, we know what Bishop Nathaniel been through. But he always showed discipline in front of us. Always discipline in front of us. You think he was always, and he said, the quote is, I'm not always motivated, but I'm always disciplined. That's the bishop saying that. So we got to take that. I don't give a damn how you freaking feel in the morning. Shut the hell up. Wait, and you eat when you tell your spirit to eat. Your spirit tell your flesh when to eat. Then when you lose the weight, every one of you lose the weight. Now you can introduce a little bit more food varieties, and you can focus on going to the gym and Planet Fitness. Listen, we have a problem. We have a problem with obesity and morbid right here amongst us. You should not be 6'4", 270 friggin' 5. And I love you, bro. I'm not trying to disrespect you. You should not have a friggin' blood pressure 140 over 90. That's a problem. Because in 10 years, you're going to have a problem. You're going to have a problem. And I don't want you to have a problem. You have to go do something, brother. Put yourself through something. And I'm challenging everybody on here. I'm talking about everybody that is overweight, obese, or morbidly obese. You can fix it. You can fix it. Some of you big brothers, 150, it might take you a year. A lot of you fix it in 3 to 4 or 5 months. When are we going to step up, be a man, and fix it? I'm telling you, listen, this is an open challenge to all you. We can do this. You know what I'm saying? You brothers are doing it now. Time is now. We ain't got time to play games. You don't see nobody else dying. I mean, the issues of death of the Lord, I understand that. But if we know we can do something about it and fix our health using Sirach 31, a cheerful man has a care of his meat and diet. Very little sufficient for a man well nurtured. Sound sleep come of moderate eating. All these things we have to apply. What do you mean? How do you stay motivated? They ain't got a damn choice. You got to fix it as a man, as a leader. Fix it. Fix it. You want help? It's here. Stop with the BS. How do you? I don't care how the hell you feel. You tell yourself what to do. Self, you're going to eat when I tell you to eat. And listen, I know what you're thinking. This guy is extreme, is eccentric. Okay, great. I'll be that. I'll take that label. But guess what? We're going to get results. And then these brothers that lose 150 pounds, got a brother right now, motivated, brother. 394 pounds. It took him 2 years. He's down to 255. So what you got? Wow. Come on, man. Come on.
Hey, extreme is a necessity. It's an essential that's needed. So don't worry about if brothers think you extreme or not. You know what's extreme? A stroke is extreme. High blood pressure, gout, and all of that. That's extreme. So let me ask y'all something. Since Captain Shim already put it out there, how many of y'all brothers on the panel are going to join that chat?
Bunch of y'all soft as hell, man. Y'all listen, you brothers listen. And Lemuel got a high guy style. You think I slipped by that, Lemuel? Lemuel look like Lemuel, your diastolic is elevated. How about that?
Hey, I'm getting a call right now from Captain Barnabas. It's 904. So you already know what time, you already know what he's blowing me up for.
Barnabas! Eat the fish, man. Eat the fish and vegetable, man. Barnabas! He's ripped. Barnabas is 58 years old. He's ripped.
Hey, 58. Yes, damn. Absolutely. Hey,
I'm size 56, my bad.
I'm going to sign off, man.
All praise.
Brothers, Most High in Christ bless. Great show. I love the shock therapy that Captain Shum produced, but everything that he's bringing out is true. Health is important, brothers. Do not play with your health. You wake up one day away from a damn stroke, God forbid, or anything else. Take your health important, all right? Barnabas, you got a show coming up next. Let me know.
Yes, sir. All right. All praise to the Most High. So y'all heard it from the captains. Another round of applause. All praise to the Most High. All right. So with that, y'all pull up. Y'all already know. All right. So make sure y'all follow us on social media. Facebook at In the Scripts Reloaded. YouTube at In the Scripts Reloaded. Instagram at Dallas IUIC. Twitter at IUIC Dallas. And TikTok at IUIC Dallas. Y'all can give on PayPal. We're trying to build up our library so we can go into more Hebrew history. Y'all can give on PayPal, IUIC.Dallas@IsraelUnite.org. Y'all are tuned in. What? Until next week, y'all are tuned in the Scripts.
In the Scripts.
Reloaded.
In the Scripts. Reloaded.